Before Justin Bieber became one of the most streamed artists on the planet, there was one moment, one song, that almost never happened. And if it hadn't happened, Justin's entire career would look completely different today. But before we get to that, let me take you back to the beginning, because the real stories behind Justin's songs are so personal, so chaotic, and so unbelievable, that even if you think you know him, you really don't. And trust me, the craziest part comes near the end. Most people think that Baby was the song that launched Justin Bieber's career. But the real story starts earlier with a song recorded in a tiny apartment, using equipment that wasn't even meant for professional music. Justin and his mom uploaded a cover of Neo's So Sick to YouTube, not to get famous, but simply so Justin's grandparents could watch it. That one upload triggered a chain reaction. Within weeks, a talent manager named Scooter Brown discovered him and flew him to Atlanta. What many people don't know is that Justin was actually terrified. He was only 13. He'd barely traveled, and he had no idea that this trip would lead to a meeting with Usher that changed everything. But here's the wild part. Usher almost said no. And if Justin hadn't sung one specific song during their meeting, the deal might have never happened. We'll get to what that song was in a moment. Fast forward a few years. Justin is now one of the biggest names on the planet, but behind the scenes, he's falling apart. The fame, the pressure, the cameras in his face everywhere he went. It was too much, and it's during this dark period that one of his most emotional songs is born. Lonely. What most people don't know is that Justin actually hesitated to release it. The lyrics were too raw, too honest. He once said that singing it felt like opening a wound that never healed. But there was another reason he almost kept the song, hidden, a reason connected to someone from his childhood. A person who influenced not just this song, but almost every emotional track he's ever released. I'll tell you who that person is in a moment. Another fan favorite is Ghost, a powerful song about longing for someone you can't get back. A lot of people thought it was about a breakup, but the truth is much deeper. Justin wrote this after losing a very close family member, his grandfather. Justin once said that his grandfather was one of the only people who truly believed in him before the fame. When his grandfather passed, Justin wasn't able to be there in person, and that guilt stayed with him for years. Ghost became his way of saying everything he didn't have the chance to say. But what's even more heartbreaking is that this loss influenced another one of his biggest hits. One that fans didn't realize had such a painful story behind it. And that brings us to, when Love Yourself came out, it instantly became a global hit. But the shocking truth, Justin wasn't supposed to sing it. The song was originally written by Ed Sheeran for a completely different artist. But when Justin heard the demo, he immediately connected to it. He saw his own past relationship in every line. People speculated for years about who the song was targeting. But what matters more is why Justin chose to record it. Because it was the first time he felt he could sing about a toxic relationship without naming names. It was personal, but safe. Emotional, but controlled. But remember how this whole video started, how Usher almost said no? Well, this is where that story finally connects. Back to that first meeting with Usher. Justin was nervous, overwhelmed, and unsure of himself. Usher asked him to sing something, anything that showed who he really was. Justin chose a song he grew up singing with the person who meant the most to him. You Got It Bad. One of Usher's own songs. Usher once said that in that moment, he knew Justin wasn't just talented, he was special. And looking back now, through the heartbreak of Ghost, the vulnerability of Lonely, and the honesty of Love Yourself, it's clear. Every one of Justin Bieber's biggest songs isn't just music. They're chapters of a life that the world watched unfold. But only a few truly understood. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories behind the music.